You're listening to Rowdy Rouse and the Boys podcast.
Oh, this burrito is delicious. It is filled. You looking for a Tilly, buddy? Let's have a Tony for. How about a glass case of emotion? Ron, you have a raging erection. Why the fuck does Howie Mandel not shake other people's hands?
Wayne,
McMurray, how are you now?
good you?
Not so bad.
Go time! Go time!
Jim Dickens, how are you now?
It sticks. Nope, you got it right that time. Good and you.
Not so bad.
All right, this is Rowdy Rouse and the Boys podcast. Today is 2/17. You are lucky to be graced by the presence of two, not one, two guest hosts today. We're joined by Will and Heather, as well as the regular cast of characters. We have Lucas and Mike.
I'm here.
What's up? Fuck, Lucas. So, as you heard, we have an intro now. We actually had in the last podcast, but I didn't discuss it. So there's a lot of good stuff in there. It was put together by Will. Waster has a song in there. Less Than Jake. A lot of Letterkenny quotes. Obviously, we don't own any of that. But you should listen to those things and watch those things. So there you go. Here we are.
What's your name on the account?
It's my name on it. So it's my first and last name. So I guess I can go to jail. Whatever.
We're not making money.
We're not making money.
Yet.
Well, we'll make a new intro.
We're going to have to
money.
spend money eventually to get new mics.
We're already spending.
We're in the hole.
Like you're already here. We
need a new one. I'm that bad.
Yeah, well, I can't argue that.
Yeah, that's getting loud. You should clip that. But, well. Anyways, so here we are. I guess the top thing here. Should we go right into the biggest thing we wanted to talk about, Mike? Do you want to do the fake articles now?
No,
Just the kickstart?
build up.
We'll do
That's
that?
the build up.
That's
And that's the second half of the podcast.
Second half.
Start right off with your pants.
My pants. Oh, okay.
Well,
With your pants off?
Just go ahead.
Just go. So okay. All right. So I had this thing. So first off, I guess I should back it up to what I think about pants and what pants represent for people. You know. So like,
So philosophical.
Yeah. Like you meet a person, right, and you see their pants, and I feel like I can tell like 85% of what that person is all about just by their pants. You know.
I wear sweatpants.
There you go. Lucas is a sweaty, large man that can't wear regular pants. Anyways, so, like, I had this great pair of pants. It was the tan pair of pants, you know. Everyone knows. It was a great pair of pants, you know. I'd wear them at work every day. I'd wear them out of work. They were multi-purpose. They were great. But because of that, they had a lot of wear, you know. So, the other day I'm at work. I'm hopping up in the truck. Boom. Tear right in the crotch. And, I was like,
Sore spot.
Yeah. Because there's, like, you can't fix that. You know, like, you can patch it, but, like, it's the tensile strength of your pants will never be recovered, you know? And so I'm sitting there like, oh, that's fine. I guess I'll just get another pair of pants.
I call bullshit.
What?
My mom has repaired my pants many times.
No. Yeah, but they're not the same.
You have like two pairs of pants.
Yeah, that's true. And also,
I mean, everyone has two pairs of pants. Don't get me wrong, but
I don't want to be walking around with like, you know, like 50% pants, you know? I want top-notch pants. Like I'm saying, pants define the man. You can't just be half a man out there.
Can't just have Big Jim and the twins just floating around wherever they...
That was going on for like 5 hours of my work day the other day. It was pretty good.
It's a rough time.
Yeah, it was. But anyways, so I go to the store to buy more pants. Needless to say, can't get the same pants. I'm heartbroken, you know? Had to switch over some other pants. And I feel like I was walking around at work today with new pants, and I'm just like a shadow of myself, you know? Like I feel like people are judging me like, look at this fucking guy. Look at his pants.
It's always
you know?
it's always kind of uncomfortable, those first few weeks.
You gotta break them in. What you gotta do is you hot water wash them, and then you just fucking, you squirm through it, and then all of a sudden, like, it just becomes the shape of your body, you know? But, I don't know, man. Pants are a rough go.
Pants are.
I got a rip pants story.
Yeah.
I
Do share.
When I was working as a courier, I went to go get into my wonderful little 2010 Prius that they gave me.
As previously discussed.
Yeah, and
I still can't believe you fit in one of those.
it's a wonderful.
I still can't believe you had a regular job like that. That was when I was.
Anyways,
There's a lot to not believe.
Yeah,
I call bullshit.
This was just after winter had finally finished up, so there was all that little like gravelly bullshit on the edge of the road, and I went to go get in. My foot went out from underneath me, and I did a little split into the car, ripped my pants. Still had like 5 deliveries to make before I could get near my house.
How big was this
I
rip?
feel like this might be.
It was.
Because that was
This-
about.
It was bad.
My rip was about taint size.
No,
You know? So
my-
you can
mine
hide
was-
that. You
Mine was maybe 5
Jumped
inches,
up.
just like straight
Lucas's
across.
story sounds like it could be a lost episode of King of Queens, where Kevin James gets out of his truck and rips his pants like in the morning and has to go through the rest of the day with ripped pants.
Will ripped his pants one time
I did.
at the beginning of a
did.
concert.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
I
you
was
were-
about to tell that story
You were
too.
hacking.
it was at Canal Side, right?
That was Canal Side. We were hacking on Canal Side, and like I don't know, what was it? 10 minutes after I got there,
Yeah, like you
it
just
just
walked in.
ripped right down the crotch, like
Yeah, like-
fully
It was like crotch to
exposing.
knee.
Yeah, it was like I couldn't hide that. I couldn't cover that
You
up.
just had to embrace
I'm
it.
at a concert with like 1,000 people around us. I don't know.
The only good way
Just
to do
kinda
that is
embraced
to get really drunk and just sell it. You know, like, hey man, I was drunk. I don't know.
I mean, you know, we sort of got there. I wasn't really fully in the bag.
Was that the
but-
Boss Tones one?
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
the Boston
that was a
show.
good time.
Yeah.
That was probably the better, one of the better ones.
I miss those pants.
Yeah.
I
See,
did.
I know. It's like when I had to throw my pants out, it was like a part of me was just
You
like,
should have gave it a Viking
oh,
funeral.
I actually like.
Viking funeral.
I don't know.
Just send it out on the river.
It's
Play the
funny 'cause I
Titanic
was
theme
actually
song.
at the store the other day looking for pants.
It's tough.
And it's like
it's
it's like
tough.
a once in a few year thing. It's like you venture out to the
I just
mall,
order pants online.
but
First off, you never buy pants without trying them on.
it very
And even if you try them on, you still take them home and they won't fit the same.
Yeah, I just order them online.
Like-
If they
like
don't
I
fit
wear-
right,
I wear-
tailor them.
I wear Levi's and like a certain fit of Levi's, and even within that, like from pants to pants, they're different.
Because
like,
there's
why
all
can't-
these cuts like regular,
why
loose,
can't
slim.
this be like a standard thing? Like these are Ralph's pants, just buy these. You know, like the pair of pants that I got. Right, I got the same make, the same size, but a different color. But they're like totally different. Like the cut is different. Like what the fuck? Just make good pants. I'm paying you
that's the thing now.
$50.
Yeah,
I'm paying you
and
$50.
pants are way too expensive. By
Yeah.
the way, $50 for a pair of pants.
I know.
guys are
Like
adorable.
reinforce the dick of my pants so they don't fucking rip out every 2 minutes. Like holy shit! I always lose. The dick is how I lose all my pants.
So
Hey, I mean, you know,
so $50
It's
is
just
a
'cause
lot for a pair of
I-
pants.
What do you pay?
No, it's like standard.
Oh.
Standard for quality pants.
Do you remember when I sent you guys that picture in a group text of
The
6
underwear?
pair of underwear that was over $100?
Didn't you buy them on like the internet, like
Yeah.
like used?
Not you.
I feel
like eBay underwear.
Are they that amazing?
These
Or
belong
is
to
it
Vader.
the size?
he's that
The
big.
size.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, a pair of nice dress pants costs me about $130.
Oh, I got a whole,
These
I got a whole suit.
These
for
sweatpants
$100.
were $75.
What?
What? $75 for sweatpants?
Aren't those like
Really
champion
comfortable.
sweatpants?
Yeah, they're champions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't they sell those at like Walmart?
I feel like it'd be cheaper to just make your own pants. From
I was gonna
scratch.
say, why don't you
Yeah,
get
but
2
yeah.
pairs of pants
You should
and
take up knitting.
sew them together?
Or just 2 like bed sheets.
I feel like you're just getting ripped off.
You should
I
just-
feel like
Just
I
get
feel
a
like
sarong.
Literally
Become a
configured.
nudist.
Yeah.
That is your best course of
people
action.
people see you and they're like, we could charge this guy a lot of money. I bet.
Price
I
like
don't
our
know,
pants.
Maybe they assume you're a big guy. You must have a lot of money.
Yeah.
Like those 2 things
You
go hand
do
in
everything
hand.
in a big way.
Yeah, and anything above like a 60 waist just starts getting real big
It's like
for
nearly
expensiveness.
double my waist.
That is literally double my waist.
Well, let me tell you, I wear 71.
Oh,
That is more than double my waist.
Like 5 feet 11 inches of waist.
Around. It's not that bad.
That's about as bad as that's taller than I am. Your waist is taller than I am.
That's real sad.
That's really sad.
You should be taller.
You should be thinner. No, you shouldn't. That's your best feature.
Oh.
What are you breaking, Will?
we're gonna
Well, I'm
try
loud.
something here.
I'm loud. That's the problem.
We're
I've
gonna try a
noticed
different
that
setting
I'm
and see
laughing
what
loud
happens.
too.
too.
I don't think you guys are loud enough. But
Oh, okay, well.
Oh, not well. See, there you go. You're yelling.
see, there you go.
No,
Jesus. Okay.
I'm gonna give this a shot. See
What's next?
Well, I could rant about something else because I'm very easily
I
excited.
can rant about stuff too.
Well,
Why
okay.
don't you talk about the Batman thing? Because we've been doing this thing for those who have not listened to previous podcasts, where Lucas watches an old movie, typically about a year to a year and a half old, and he gives us his late review. And so last week we had him watch Batman vs.
I
Superman.
think he's got notes.
No.
And
It was.
No, last week
no,
he
it was
did Jurassic World, but his mission
Since
this
last
week
week.
was to watch this movie.
I have 2 pages.
And
He's got 2 pages.
He's got 2 pages of notes.
So we're gonna do The Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah.
God, I don't want to.
Next week, I think we should have him do episode 1.
Jeez.
So, in the text, I said just finished Superman versus Batman versus Doomsday versus Wonder Woman versus Lex Luthor versus the U.S. court system versus dead parents. So, I would just like to start this off with the first scene was Bruce's dead parents, as
Hey,
always.
If Batman's in a movie,
You could have
he's
guessed
got
that.
dead
Yeah,
parents.
you could
So,
have guessed that.
I mean, that wasn't bad.
Are you gonna go like scene by scene?
I went through.
He took this serious. I like it.
Based on the amount of notes you have, I'm troubled as to how long this is gonna go.
No. It'll go quick.
He has a whole notepad.
Yeah, like, I mean,
But like, I was just this movie. So, anyways, there was a point where they're flashing back to like the other Superman movie where Metropolis is getting destroyed.
Yeah.
And Bruce's tower, whatever, just exploded. And he's walking through where all this dust and shit is going around. There are people. There's a horse, like that you pointed out last time.
Yep.
And there's people walking through this dust cloud in perfectly tailored black suits without a speck of dust on them. So that just kind of bugged the shit out of me.
Okay.
Let's see. Jimmy Olsen was in it and is now dead.
Yeah, that was stupid. I didn't like his character
and he was kind of attractive.
Isn't he supposed to be like a young ginger guy?
Yeah,
Like that's
he's
what
supposed
I
to
know
be a
Jimmy
fucking
Olsen
nerdy
is.
weirdo.
Yeah, and he was like mixed up with the CIA, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That was stupid.
18 minutes in, Superman totally killed a guy.
Did you watch the extended version or the regular version?
The extended version.
Okay, because the extended version actually makes sense with that part, but depending which version you watch, you're just like, why is Lois Lane with terrorists? What's going on? Oh, they're dead. Okay.
Yeah. Superman totally kills a guy.
Which under what circumstance?
He fucking blows a guy through a wall trying to save Lois. He's dead. He didn't make it.
A lot of Batman does it later in the movie too, where he just shoots people.
They kill a lot of fucking people in that movie.
I was actually reading about it, and they said that they don't actually kill them. They kill them by proxy. So like Batman hits a guy with his car, and they're like, "Oh, Batman's car killed that guy."
What? No, Batman killed him.
I'm telling you. I'm just telling you what they said. I completely agree with that too.
43 minutes in, more dead parents. was Bruce's dead parents again. 54 minutes in, we got to see Neil deGrasse Tyson. I thought that was nice.
That was nice. Yeah.
And then we went to a weird apocalypse scene where Batman was in a trench coat with guns.
Yep.
And there were nukes all over the place and like giant fire, and I didn't like any of that.
Mildly related. I've been watching Justice League all week. Like I watched like a season and a half of Justice League, which is like fucking 40 episodes.
Right.
And like there's like constantly there's the Martian Manhunter talks about like being the only Martian left or whatever.
Right.
And like literally every time he says I'm the only Martian left, they just pan to Batman. They don't say anything, and he just like stares into the camera, and then they go about their business. So like he's got no parents.
Okay, so I don't know what the fuck this was supposed to be, but like Bruce was waking up to I think Flash from Flashpoint paradox bullshit.
That's what they were doing.
Garbage.
Yeah.
Nope, stop that. An hour and 15 minutes in, Batman had a sniper rifle.
Yeah.
I don't understand why he needs guns. He hates guns. Even if it's a tracking bullet, why guns?
Okay.
Couldn't they put it on like a fucking grappling hook thing that he always has?
That little bad
Or
thing.
couldn't he throw it?
Little bad dick there.
Okay.
Next.
Let's see. The Batmobile has huge guns.
Okay.
Makes no sense.
So guns, more guns.
Batman kills like 10 cars worth of people.
Yes, he does.
Then we go to Superman's dead family. His dead dad. Then 2 hours and 12 minutes in, Batman's dead parents for the third time.
Are you talking? Okay.
Then the only thing that I didn't understand, because this was the extended version, Lex Luthor was speaking to some like weird demon-y thing, and that was either in my opinion, some sort of like emissary of Trigon or an emissary of Apocalypse, and I don't
remember what that was
I don't
supposed
know
to
if
be.
I've ever seen the extended
The
edition.
extended version was actually good, but I can't speak on that. I haven't seen it in like a year.
So, anyways, but my overall like feeling on this was it didn't really make sense. The story was kind of disjointed and broken apart. It had really decent effects. The actors were really good.
Decent.
Doomsday's like backstory actually kind of made
I wanted
sense.
to put that in the intro, by the way.
You should have.
And I couldn't find a good take of Decent.
Really?
They had him on YouTube, but it was like he like was like decent.
That would have been
And I'm
hilarious.
like, that sounds really weird.
Anyways,
Sorry,
What do you
Lucas.
say? Out of 10,
So-
Lucas. Out of 10.
Yeah,
5.5 out of 10.
That's high.
It's not as bad as I thought it was.
That
gonna
Rotten
be.
Tomatoes gave it like a 2.7.
Yeah, it was definitely watchable. It was better than Suicide Squad.
See, that was far
do you
too
think
serious.
it was rushed? Like, I think DC's biggest problem is they're trying to play catch up to Marvel because Marvel's got like almost a 10-year
No,
start on them.
I honestly think that they should just stop with their fucking live action bullshit and do what they do good.
They had
Animated?
good things.
Animated
Yeah,
stuff.
their animated shit is good.
No, I'm not.
Like, and they
disagreeing.
have a really good series going on right
Yeah.
now. They just released a trailer for the new Teen Titans one that looks absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
So
The thing is, they don't make money on that though. That's not a big
Are they-
blockbuster. They don't. That's it's
Yeah,
money.
I guess
It's
it
money.
performed
well,
in the box
yeah, but
office.
if they stop
Things are money.
if they stop spending all their money on fucking stupid movies like Suicide Squad,
Yeah.
and they turned that animated,
Yeah, but how much
movie-
money do they make? It was a fucking summer blockbuster.
Yeah,
They
but
don't give a shit. They want money.
I think
Things are money.
I
Did,
think
Everything
did
is
you
money.
see though that Ben Affleck is trying to pull out of the Batman?
I
movie?
did see that because
I actually thought he was a really good Batman. I
I
thought he was
he's
going to
too
be way
old.
worse.
I despise Ben Affleck.
He was good, but
He's-
like if you're trying to make something that's going to compete with Marvel,
I didn't like.
why would you go with old Batman instead of a
Who played
younger
Alfred?
Batman?
I don't know, some fucking weird guy.
It's got to be what's his fuck, the guy from Dark Knight Rises. He's the ideal Batman.
I don't like him.
What's his name?
Christian Bale,
No, the Alfred. What's his
Michael
name?
Caine.
No, I don't know. Maybe
Yeah,
the
some
guy that
fucking
played Alfred.
British guy.
Yeah,
That's Michael Caine.
Okay, yes, I don't know. I don't know his
Sean
name.
Connery.
Sean Connery.
Sean Connery.
Right.
Heather, what do you
Winston Churchill. Yeah, Heather, weigh in. Heather's been here for 17 minutes.
I think
and
Winston
it's-
Churchill would play a very good Batman.
Yeah.
Just throwing that record.
Yeah, it could have been better, but
It was bad.
it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
All right. Well, I guess
Superman got hit
we
by
can
a
segue into another thing here. So I got Mike. I think we should tell that
The old man story?
The old man story.
All right, so this is good because Nick's the only one here that knows it, so I can tell you
There
guys.
you go. It's like
So-
live reactions.
Yeah,
Ooh.
we're out at a bar on Tuesday watching the Sabres, eating pizza
So
and wings.
hold on. Tuesday was Valentine's Day.
We were having Valentine's
Yeah,
Day.
Valentine's Day is what we dubbed it. But it was Amherst Ale
Did you
House.
get an invite?
I don't know. I don't know what you did.
I got a late invite.
Yeah,
Our buddy Jake texted us. He wanted to get together. We went to get pizza, wings, watch
yeah.
Sabres.
It was fucking dead.
So we were talking
Yeah,
about, extremely dead. There's a table right next to us with an older couple. Now we're talking about a variety of things from like my battles for the meat drawer to Lucas's anime pictures
Yeah.
with weird
We brought up
tails.
the
and
It's
asshole.
so weird!
It is weird.
It
doesn't
comes
make
out of the
sense.
tailbone.
It doesn't make any sense. We can't. I'm not going to get into this again with you.
So we talk about a variety of things. The couple leaves, and the old guy stops at our table and is like, "Yo, you win that battle for the fridge, man. You need more beer in there." I'm like, "What?" I forgot I even told the story, and we're like, "What the hell was that all about?" He's like, "You get that meat drawer figured out. You need to have room for beer."
So clearly he was listening to everything we were saying.
But
And-
why
and-
would he
and-
focus on the ham
And what he picked out was Mike put his someone moved Mike's hand. Like,
instead of?
I'm backtrack.
Yeah, you didn't tell the initial
Backtrack.
story.
I haven't heard this story.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Is this similar to the hot dog story?
yeah, but not even.
Why
it's not as bad.
What?
I just so
He has a lot of stories revolving around meat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
he's a big
when
meaty- he's a meaty
I
guy.
put my I bought sandwich meat ham. I put it in the meat drawer because that's where ham goes. And then the next morning, somebody moved it out of the meat drawer because they wanted to put cheese and other stuff in the meat drawer. Which but there was room for my ham. I don't know why you had to move it. Meat goes in the meat drawer.
Right.
That was the point of the story. But if all the things that we talked
This
about.
is a very Mike story.
Yeah.
This happens.
You are the oldest man.
Well, maybe that's why he agreed with me. Maybe that's why he honed in
Yeah,
on the
maybe
ham.
that is why. Maybe he's
But-
like, I don't know about tails and assholes, but I do know about meat.
I know about meat being in the meat drawer.
Yeah, that
So go on.
I don't know.
Oh, and
That's pretty
I was
much
just
the
telling
end.
them.
Like
But out of all the things, we talked about so much other random shit too.
So, are you sure that you put things where they end, where you claim that you put
Yes.
them?
maybe you're like maybe you have like Alzheimer's and you just like forget things.
Maybe I moved
Yeah.
my
I bought all these hot dogs,
Yeah.
and someone fucking moved
Yeah,
them.
maybe you threw them in the trash. Like
I don't know.
in a fit of rage, and then you woke up the next day and you're like, "Oh shit, you threw my hot dog."
Maybe I have split personalities, and one's trying to sabotage the other.
yeah. One of them wants you to move, and the other one wants you to get yourself to move.
So, as we mentioned last week, Mike also has other various stories that he hasn't
Oh,
mentioned.
wait, Mike wasn't here when we did this. Was he?
I threw the napkin out so he didn't see it.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know if we could drop this bomb on him. I don't know. I don't think we can do it. I don't think we
What
can do it.
napkin?
It's this one, Mike.
Oh God!
Can you tell the story? Can you tell it? Can you tell it? Can you tell it? Come on, tell it.
I had forgotten all about that.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, you did forget, Mike.
Yeah,
You
okay.
did not forget.
Come on, Mike.
You
Come on,
blocked
do
it out is what happened.
Come on. Come on.
All right.
Hey!
So I went on a date once with a girl,
A little louder so they can hear it.
and
Into
she.
the mic for the people that.
We went to dinner. It was an all right time. We went back to my place and we were
Where'd you
watching
meet this girl, by the way?
one of the apps. I don't remember which one.
Gotcha.
This is like an interrogation now.
So we went.
Where were you on the night of Friday?
I don't even remember what month this happened. So we went back to my place and we put on the other guys, and then like we started making out, and like she was saying that she was into all this like 50 Shades of Grey shit, hair pulling, biting, and I'm like, oh, so then you're probably into this, and I didn't even put any pressure. I just put my hand near her throat, and she started hyperventilating. I'm like, holy shit!
He choked her. He choked
I
her.
did
He
not
glossed,
choke
he
her.
glossed over that he choked her. That's
I did
the
not
whole thing.
choke her. But somebody must have in her past, and she just started hyperventilating, and it was just bad. And yeah, that was awful.
Jesus fucking Christ.
And didn't you have to?
I told them.
But I also had to drive her back to her car because we met at the place and then went back to my house, and that was probably the worst part, is that awkwardness. Because, like, I didn't know what to say other than sorry.
Yeah, 40 minutes and I'm sorry I choked you.
I didn't choke her, though.
I told my mother that you choked a girl.
I didn't choke her.
And my mom didn't know how to react. She's just like, what the? Why? Why would you do that?
I mean, I don't feel like that's a natural progression. It's like, I'm in
I don't know,
stuff.
she says all these things. I don't know. Girls that I've been with before were into that, so
Heather,
I just...
from a girl's perspective,
Yeah, this is why we brought Heather here.
are you into choking? I don't want to know, but
you're asking!
other people.
You just asked me specifically, but then don't let
Yeah,
me
but
For the
know.
audience. For the audience.
We'll cover our ears.
Yes.
Hey, are you into this deep kink or no?
For when our only listener, Heather, listens later. What do you think about
I can take advice for myself. No, I don't. The idea of being choked does not appeal to me. That seems life-threatening.
I don't think that anybody like thinks about a kinky thing and they're like, yeah. I think it just like happens and they're like, oh, hey, yeah, okay.
Hey, look, that makes sense.
I'm just,
Thanks,
you know,
Wrigley. Let's do it.
there were people in the past that liked it, so it was bad judgment on my part to go straight to...
The jugular.
But I didn't choke her. My hand got here and she started freaking out, and I'm like, holy shit, what happened to her in her past?
Well, geez, just think if you would have gotten to some other places.
Yeah. All right.
Sorry.
Anyway, so
Sorry.
on the subject of Heather being our only listener, I made sure that Heather...
You listen?
Yeah, I listened several times. I know. I can recite the entire podcast last week word for word.
The first episode had 29 downloads.
What's up? It was all me. Anyways, so
You
Heather...
just keep redownloading.
I like it! It sounds good!
Are we on Spotify?
No, what, can you put podcasts on Spotify?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think you have to pay. I don't know. We're on everything else.
Okay.
Anyways, so Heather's our only listener. Because of that, she listened to last week's podcast. And somebody last week threw some shade at Heather. And I think this is the perfect forum for Heather to rebuttal.
I don't know.
So please.
I got called out within like the first 10 minutes of the podcast that I always bomb and leave
I
early
think we
on
all
things.
kind of threw shade at you.
That's right. That's right.
Well,
This is
said
now
something like that.
This is
I
now
have no
Maury.
idea.
That's right. That's right.
Just be glad that you're not, like, having to be awake during that time and then people have sex behind you.
It's true.
What?
Lucas stays at parties and people fuck behind him.
Okay. I see the connection now.
But I will say I really wanted to bomb on this. But then I knew I'd get shit for it.
That's
so
true. She fought
I
through the
guess
bomb.
to an extent it worked.
She fought through the
Yeah.
bomb.
I mean, there's a point where Melonhead was pretty bad, where he
I
it was
know.
kind
But that was
of
only in the summer.
And then
Melonhead
Heather,
levels.
you kind of started.
You're summer melonhead a bit.
No!
If we're being honest.
It's
Like, this is a...
I show up to things. I just leave early because I get tired.
That's worse than
Or
someone
I
else.
just-
What
That's
happened?
like-
That's like a
to Heather?
tease. That's a tease.
What happened to 2015 Heather that like would stay up till 4 a.m. with us drinking?
I know. I've gotten old.
Ah.
I have to go home. My cats need me.
Yeah,
You don't
that's,
have a cat yet.
so that's your official rebuttal is I'm old.
Well,
That's it.
That's not even like
That's it.
defending
I
yourself.
really can't defend myself though because I know I do it.
Well, okay.
But I mean, I am showing up tomorrow.
So I was fair to call you out.
Right,
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
okay. All right, so Heather's on our side.
Yeah,
Heather bombs.
I accept it.
All right. Okay,
I
good.
even
Okay.
wanna bomb the music industry.
How are you now?
That was an accident.
Now tomorrow night's gonna be the true test.
That's
Yeah,
true.
no one's getting there
Since you're
till 10.
bombing.
So
Yeah.
you should,
Well,
you
I'll
should
take
definitely...
a nap in preparation.
You're doing
Well,
the
see,
phone.
so you're taking a nap, which implies that you're still planning on leaving at some point.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, Eric is gonna come and he'll just drive, so I can
All
get
right,
drunk.
okay.
But
all right.
why would you both not just stay over?
Yeah.
There's plenty of couches.
There's plenty of beer.
We proved that there's
Just
plenty of
don't
both.
fuck behind me.
That's true.
Just make sure Lucas can't see it.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, Lucas knows next time anything like that happens, he's
I
gonna
gotta
ask
ask.
to join in.
I
I
gotta
still
ask
can't
to
believe
join.
you just like ignored that situation.
Yeah, you should- you
I'm
should-
still indifferent.
How the fuck do you react to
I'm
that
indifferent that this
situation?
I would've
situation
been like-
actually happened.
Yeah.
That may have turned Melonhead
Very
on.
aggressive cough.
I was playing games. There were sounds.
That was a super aggressive cough.
You should have heard me the other week.
Like she was like getting ready to make a phone, and she just like coughed, super aggressive. I'm sorry. Okay. Anyways,
What's our next?
okay. I guess we can move on to another topic. I'm laughing too much. Mike, get out the articles. Well, get out the articles while I talk about Slim Jims for a minute.
Okay.
Because
Well,
I work at a beer store, right? And so we sell beer, right?
Do you?
Right. Just beer. Mostly just beer. So people come in, they're like, you sell gum, you sell limes. No, fuck you, this is beer. You know? But we do sell Slim Jims and jerky, you know? And
That's what naturally go with me.
I'll give you that. It's a
makes
natural
sense.
combination.
Right. So people will get up to the register. They're like, I got my beer. Oh, fuck, Slim Jims. Not one redeemable person anywhere has ever bought or eaten a Slim Jim. Okay? And consider this.
I like Slim Jims.
Yeah, they're... okay. Anyways,
You're
like
Lucas. You're Lucas.
what goes through your mind when you're buying a Slim Jim? You're like, okay, is this good for me? No. Is this fucking? Is this gonna be worth my while? Is this gonna fill me up? No. Is this gonna make my breath smell good? No. And you still fucking buy it.
It's
what?
tasty.
What about
I'm gonna-
room temperature meat? Sounds good.
I'm going to rebuttal that with the only time I ever get a Slim Jim is after we go skiing at the the Red Apple in Holiday Valley.
You need meat that bad that you're
it's because you feel like you need protein, and the only thing there is a Slim Jim.
But it's like,
that's
is it even
slightly
meat?
Protein related.
If it can be kept at room temperature for unlimited amounts of time, what even is it? Salt?
Pretty much.
Like, oh my god. And then you could tell when someone eats a Slim Jim. For like a day and a half, they just have Slim Jim breath, or it's just like some awful pepperoni hybrid. Where it's like they blend up pepperoni with shit, put a bunch of salt in it, and fucking vacuum seal it.
So it's
and
like a
shit it
hot
out.
dog.
Pretty much like a hot dog.
They're delicious. I like them.
God damn it.
The people I used to the kids I used to babysit, their mom used to get like a box of like 60 of them, the little ones, and some nights I just sit there and eat like 10 Slim Jims.
Fuck.
You're what's wrong with this country.
Yeah, you are.
Good.
I love you.
Let's make America slim again.
So Mike devised this.
Well, wait, before we move into that, I want to get hot about roll up the rim to win.
Okay, I guess.
Because
we're-
like you said,
didn't
you wanted
say
to
it
go.
right.
I don't roll my
It's
eyes.
roll up the rim to win.
All right.
You
So
are
like, whatever. I don't have a problem with.
Espanol.
I don't have a problem with it necessarily. Like it's promotion, whatever. But how into it people are. I'm friends with this kid on Snapchat that I went to high school with, and like he gets like 2 to 3 coffees every day, and when he doesn't win, he just takes a Snapchat of him flipping off his cup and stomping on it like he's expecting to win a fucking car. Like
I know somebody that won a car and tripped Tim Hortons.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Well, good for him. But like, do you really expect you're gonna win like anything other than maybe a free donut or coffee? Like, why is this guy so pissed? Why? And he's not the only one. There are multiple people that share this on Snapchat all the time.
See, here's the thing. Okay, and actually, when you brought this up, this is why I wanted to talk about it. Is because people aren't buying more coffees just because they throw up the room to win.
I feel like this guy might be.
Oh, Will?
No, the guy I'm talking about.
I did buy a bunch of them.
All right.
I will admit.
We discussed this the other day that they lowered the probability of winning or something like that.
Yeah.
But like, you're not going to buy more coffee just because you're playing roll up the rim to rim. Or I can't even say it. Roll up the rim to win. That's
I'm like 1 in 15 at this point.
But it's like it's a thing, you know. Like you can post about it, and people are like, "I also drink coffee. I can relate to your troubles." You know, that's why they do it. That's why they do it. It just brings attention to their brand.
I will admit it got me because when it first comes out, you're like, "Oh shit!" Well, now I want some Tim Hortons coffee. So you go and get it, and you win like. The first time you get one, you win, and you're like, "Oh shit, I'm gonna have to keep coming back."
I've done it once this season, and I didn't realize it was in, and like I finished it, and I threw it out, and a kid's like, "Hey, are you gonna roll up that rim?" I'm like, "Oh,
you're gonna fuck off." That's what I would have said. It's like lottery. People buy lottery, and like you win like every 10 times, but you wind up losing like 80% of the money you spend, but you win just enough to keep buying more.
I've only ever won lottery.
It's gambling, man. It brings you back.
I won the Radio Tower lottery in Pokemon Silver.
Oh, really?
Got a Master Ball.
Master Ball?
Yeah.
Holy shit, that's like that's like 1 in a million.
I know. I was pretty stoked about it.
That's pretty awesome.
But now that doesn't save anymore, so I have nothing to show for it.
That sucks.
Yeah, they're all dead.
Do you still have the Master Ball?
No, like the game, once the internal battery runs out, like
so
you can't save. Your save's gone.
I thought that you just couldn't add to it. Delete your sauce.
We've turned into Pokemon again.
That's gay.
It's a Pokemon. Yeah, Gen 2 is on Pokemon Go.
Trading people with Master Balls on them. I make sure to take the Master
What
Balls
are you
off and then I
fucking
Wonder Trade
doing?
again.
Who are you? How do you find these Wonder Trades?
I have
You
like
get
13
fucking
Master
shinies.
Balls.
You are fucking ridiculous. I hate you.
I actually follow a couple streamers on Twitter. And
all right.
Yeah,
so we've got a game now.
Yeah, because I wasn't talking.
We don't want to talk.
We don't want to talk about Pokemon more than the 2 minutes that we discussed.
Yeah, we want.
in the middle of a sentence.
Yeah,
now he's not.
He was just gonna talk about Pokemon. But we have a rule: no Pokemon. No Pokemon, no politics.
That wasn't a rule.
No POs. That's the deal.
Okay.
Can we talk about Pokepolitics? Like, there's socialized Pokemon healthcare. What's that all about?
Is there like a Pokemon?
Like,
what about the new Pokemon Go?
Like, what kind of benefits does Nurse Joy have? You know, like.
Maybe she's a volunteer. I don't
She
know.
probably lives there.
Is there a wall there that we can like?
No, but there are boulders you need to know strength to move. So, like, there are ways to get around.
Yeah.
There's ways to get into Solid
Hire a
City.
bunch of Machops and have them build a wall.
I love in the new one how it carries you.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, it is funny. Lucas, did you?
Anyway, moving on.
Yeah.
God damn.
All right, so
What did you eat? Slim Jims? Smells like Slim Jims.
It's Slim Jims.
Smells like secondhand Slim Jims.
Sorry, I can't breathe.
Jesus. Okay, so Mike's gonna read me a bunch of articles now.
Yeah, we decided to take the segment where Nick reacts to random news articles and instead have him react and find the fake one. I'm going to read. I've got 5 stories.
Well,
How many do you want me to read?
Give me 3.
3?
Yeah.
Give me 3 and 1, like 2 real, 1 fake.
Okay, so out of the 3
That's
I'm
enough,
about to
I
read.
want to actually talk about the articles as well.
All right, then I've got.
So this is like what game show is this? Isn't there's some type of game like this?
They play something like this on WGR. They call it the Buddy Nix game.
I'm sure it's been a game show.
I'm sure it's been around
Everything's a
before
game
that.
show.
Like it's not that weird of a concept. But all right, here we go with the articles. The headline. The headline is "The 50 Shades Effect escalates as a cinema usher finds an alarming item after film screening." So that's the headline. Do you want to react to that?
Just can I know what the?
Can you give us
Like,
summary?
I already know
what items. Do I know what item? Can I guess what
the item?
Let me think about what kind of item it could be.
Okay.
First. Like on the.
So
it's a 50 Shades of Grey
50
screening.
Shades of Grey screening.
Or is it the 50 more shades or whatever the new one is?
The newest one. Yes.
Let's see. So like, would it be like a sexual device? Like people would bring like a dildo to?
Well,
like
wouldn't you think that you would find that?
Ooh.
in this kind of movie?
Probably like a dildo or like an
You are
alien.
fucking blind
Maybe
if you
like
haven't seen this on the internet
Maybe
yet.
I don't fucking know.
Yeah, this is
I
the perfect candidate for this.
I don't know. I don't know who the chain smokers are. Why would I know about the fucking? Why would I know about the 50 Shades of Grey fucking anal bead finding? And is it anal bead? I don't know.
No.
Just tell me. I don't know.
It was a cucumber.
I thought I heard about this with the first.
Yeah, with the
movie.
first one.
Yeah.
And they reused the same picture.
Oh.
It's nothing new.
Can you not? Can you not? Okay, you're killing the articles.
Yeah,
Now I know it's
don't
real.
you
Now
guys
I
do
know
not
it's real.
discuss it. So okay, now you got a 1 and 2 shot.
No, give me 2 more articles then.
Okay,
So
all right.
give me 2 more real ones and a fake one.
All right, headline here. Protests erupt over school lunch. Summary of the article. In a California middle school, children lead a protest when they find out their pizza party is canceled and lunch is replaced with turkey burgers and salads. Children made signs and were chanting, "Not my lunch."
That's a rough go. Next.
All right. The next story. People are freezing their genitals to spice up their sex life and improve their appearance.
Now, how do you freeze your genitals? What do
They
you do?
take they take air, cold air, about negative 160 degrees Fahrenheit,
like fucking
Jesus Christ!
creating what's like a love mist. It's supposed to spice up your sex life. You're supposed to do it for 30 minutes of ice cold vapor treatment.
What are you?
Jesus
Your
Christ.
dick's gonna freeze, then you're gonna hit it with a hammer and it's gonna fall off. Why are you gonna have you're gonna have a hammer? Yeah, I don't know. They're fucking freezing their dicks. They'll do anything for a good time.
What this does is it produces quicker blood flow and ramps up endorphin levels.
I call bullshit.
I just don't know about that.
All right,
Okay, next article.
One more article
This
here.
is probably the fake one. Oh, but that last one was the fake one. That one's pretty fucking ridiculous. So,
What was that first one?
Happy ending meal. Burger King gives away sex toys for Valentine's Day.
no.
There was a certain meal that you could order from Burger King that included romantic adult toys.
Does it say the specific toys?
Now how many nuggets do you give with this meal?
The adult meal, there was 2 beers, 2 fries, 2
2
Whoppers.
beers.
The Burger Kings don't sell that around here.
Where was it?
No Burger King sells beers.
It does not say specifically the type of
Well, this is
toy.
clearly a fake. This is clearly a real article because you're reading it. So I'm assuming the freezing your genitals is the fake one.
Can we all vote on which ones we think?
Yeah,
Or is
okay.
it-
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna say I definitely read that before.
The
too,
freezing
so.
your article. So what do you think? Which one do you think is the fake?
Which one do you
I
think's
think
fake?
the-
I think the fake is the protest one.
Me too.
Okay.
Because I also know you like to do the hashtag, like, not my.
No, that's true.
That's a Mike go-to.
That's right. I just kind of
I'm gonna
glossed
go
over
with the
that.
Burger King one.
The Burger
And are you
gonna
sticking
say-
with genitals?
I'm sticking
I'm gonna
with
say that
genitals.
they probably didn't fuck up that bad.
The Burger King one is definitely real.
The Burger King one is real.
Burger King one is real.
Okay.
We all fucked up.
The genitals are real.
That's fucked. That's fucked.
I made up the protesting
I
one.
knew it.
I believe that. Like as soon as Heather said,
I
that,
knew
you
that
did
the moment
yeah.
you fucking started speaking about it.
See, that's not even like I feel
With
like
all the protests out there, I figured, this is something that could happen.
as compared to the rest of the articles, that
Like,
one was so tame. I should have thought. I should have been like, oh yeah, that's just
Like
you know?
conservative Mike ripping on liberals.
Ah,
in
shut up!
California.
You shut up!
It's not me ripping on liberals,
Shut up!
it's me ripping
Shut up!
on
Shut up!
protests.
No politics.
I think Lucas might be my favorite part of this podcast.
Why? Because he's the most grounded. Like I'll always go off on tangents, and Lucas will be like, okay, sorry. All right, well that was the fake article. What do we got here? Roll through. Wow, we're getting fucking. Okay, Mike found this thing the other day where apparently there's people are getting mad because
the Netflix cheating?
Yeah, because
that
people
was
are
originally
Netflix
going to be the random article until we decided to do the game.
What exactly is
So-
Netflix?
so you're a
Netflix
couple,
cheating.
right? You're watching a show, and
Oh,
basically,
no. I know.
If one goes ahead of the other,
Yeah.
it's Netflix cheating.
yeah.
Now, when I saw this
Fucking
headline,
stupid.
I clicked on it because I was curious, are they blaming couples cheating on each other because of Netflix? But it turned out to be this whole, I watched a couple episodes ahead of you shit.
Yeah. See, how would people cheat on each other because of Netflix? Like what are you are you watching fucking Narcos again? I gotta go bang somebody else.
Are you Netflix and chilling with someone else?
But, why is this a big deal if, my girlfriend goes ahead and watches so many
But
episodes
it
of something
is.
without
It's
me?
a
do it
big
together.
deal.
Stupid!
Do
It's
it
a
together.
big deal
It
for
is
that.
a big deal.
Been
It is a big
there.
deal.
It's stupid.
Been through
It is a
that.
big
People
It's a
need
big
to
deal for that.
fucking seriously reevaluate their lives.
Take your shirt off.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm
Why?
I'm all scarred and sad.
I like that. I'm into that.
We're radio though.
Can you do the thing where you put your finger in your belly button?
I can. I'm not going to.
No one can see it.
It is clean now.
You'll
I
get
guess
our.
you could
Oh!
I guess you could always do it tomorrow at the party. It's a nice party.
That's
thing.
true. That's true. Lucas, you might get laid. You never know. Lucas, you never know. You just gotta find the person with the right kink.
Like literally, just the kink in there.
Oh God!
Just if you're gonna do it
I
on
don't
that
want
couch.
to. I don't want to break it off at the kink.
Fuck.
All right. I don't know what else. To
We're
go
actually
off
getting pretty low on topics, so like if we just want to like just randomly talk. Lucas, why on your tablet here? What are you
I'm
doing?
fucking looking stuff up.
What kind of stuff?
What are,
I don't know,
what
stuff.
What are we at time-wise here?
40?
About
Yeah, we got a good 20
Alright, so we
still.
got a good
Yeah, we
20.
can
got
still
some
talk. We
time.
can riff here.
Well, what else is written there on
We
Lucas's
got
mail?
you got the wet spot if you want to tell that.
Oh,
I don't know what it is.
I'm hearing all my dirty laundry today, aren't I?
Is it a you story? I thought it was like
So,
a people
okay.
you live with story.
It involved. It's not my spot.
Okay.
So there was a night in the summer I had people over. We were gonna go downtown to
sounds
a
horrible.
bar. Yeah. And my roommates also had people over, specifically the Damon people.
Okay.
So we went down to the bar, came back later. I went into my bed, and I found a wet spot.
In your bed?
In my bed. Now, my first thought was, did I or the person that I had up here spill something? So I checked the comforter. There's no wet spot on the comforter. It's under the comforter. On the sheets.
That is weird.
So I'm like, where the hell did this come from? And I didn't want to start pointing fingers because I did have people over. So it could have been someone I invited. Could have been someone they invited. No idea.
Heather, you want to repeat that?
I think you have to. Want to share with the class, Heather?
Well, I mean, I'm assuming other people are thinking the same thing about where the wet spot potentially came from.
Well, Mike doesn't know.
I don't know. I'm not sure what it was. It didn't have a particular...
I have no idea where you're going with this. I'm not gonna.
It didn't have a
Did
particular...
you not think that either?
No, I absolutely did.
It didn't have a particular order. I don't
Apparently
know.
Will and I are on the same page. I don't know.
I mean, I don't really know. My first reaction when I found it was I looked
just wanted
up
to hear
to
you
see if
say
there was
that.
like a leak.
Okay.
But then after I examined the comforter was bone dry, I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. So then I started thinking maybe I spilled something. Maybe the person I had up in my room spilled something. Maybe somebody else came in and was just like, oh, fuck Mike, and dumped something there.
I'm
Or
going to guess, and I'm going to base this off of what Heather's thoughts were, that someone may have said, hey, fuck Mike, and may have taken that a little too literal. And
that was also one of my
acts
thoughts.
Were displayed
Oh, okay.
But I don't know what it was.
on your bed sheets.
But like you were home, right?
No, I went
Oh,
out
you
and I
were?
came
Oh,
back. But
that
after
changes
that,
things.
after that, I
changes things.
bought a lock the next morning. And again, I'm not
Was-
blaming them, but like now I control.
Did the
who and
bird
what.
happen to be living there at the time?
No, no, the bird was not there.
I don't
But
know.
yeah, it's a mystery. Don't know where it came from.
Did you?
Didn't want to ask because I didn't want to make a big deal out of it. I
To
just
what lengths did you go to clean up after that?
well,
Did you-
I
Because-
stripped the
because,
bid
like,
because I didn't sleep in it.
I don't know if I
obviously.
could sleep in a mattress with an unknown wet
Oh,
spot.
I
Like I might have to
washed
buy a
the
new mattress.
sheets, the mattress pad,
Now, here's a
washed
crazy-
down the
we're
mattress
gonna think
itself.
outside the box on this one. Did you happen to look up?
Oh.
So he did say
Yeah, I
something
did look
that
up at the
was
ceiling to
wrong.
see if there was a leak or
Okay,
anything,
just making sure.
and it didn't rain that night.
Did you plug it in and unplug it again?
Yes. So I just don't know. It's a random mystery, one unsolved.
Gonna guess that there was an answer to that.
So I got a thing that you might not think is a thing.
Sure.
There's a
That's not a thing.
there's a sweatshirt
No.
that you could buy that has like normal pockets in the sides where you can put your hands.
Okay.
And it has the little like thumb holes or whatever because apparently they think they're in 2004.
Gotta have warm thumbs.
Yeah. And it has a big like kangaroo pouch that's lined with felt so you can put your cat in it.
Oh, I saw that today.
And go around, and that sounds like something that I would never.
No, I
want in
believe
my
that.
life.
The internet's full of like cat things. Like you can get anything you want for. My cat can wear more clothes than I can.
The internet has everything. My Random Shirts album is proof of that.
Yeah, the random shirts is pretty.
I
good.
feel like most of those are like randomly generated for you. You know, like based.
I think they're based off of
They're
like
like- they're
what
like
you do,
Google
because like
things.
I get a whole lot of like Dragon Ball Z and Pokemon stuff and Bill stuff like popping up.
Yeah.
So I think it's based on like pages you like on Facebook or
Oh,
something.
sure. Or like your
Yeah.
searches, you know? Like I'll like
Yeah.
search. I'm weird and I like to look up like fucking really ridiculous things. Like at like fucking 2 a.m. when I can't sleep, I'll like be laying there and I'm like, man, I wonder what kind of reviews are going on with the symbols I just bought. And I like fucking look up like 30-minute like YouTube videos of this like stupid arbitrary things. So like last night, I was like laying there and I was like, what defines what an aioli? Like I want to know what an aioli actually is. I say the word aioli all the time, but I don't know what it actually is. Apparently, it's like a garlic and oil thing.
Is it like a ravioli?
No, it's a dress. It's like a dressing thing,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But like what's makes an aioli like why is it its own subcategory? You know, I'm thinking of this at 2 a.m. and so I looked that up. But anyways, so where was I going with this? Fuck, I forgot where I was going with this. I don't know.
Yeah, real
Oh,
good
the search
derailment.
engine stuff.
Oh yeah,
Like Facebook
yeah, right. Yeah, yeah.
advertising.
So like I'm looking up reviews on these symbols, and like the next day I go on Facebook on my computer, and it's got like fucking like advertisements for the symbols that I was looking up, and I was like, fuck that. This is fucking crazy.
Yeah,
I don't
Yeah,
know.
wasn't there a South Park about that?
Yeah, I think there was. Yeah. I don't know.
Fuck, I could watch kids fall off bikes all day.
Yeah, fucking Samuel.
So, Ultimate
We're out.
Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is having a release for the computer, I think, next month. And that game came out a while ago. So, I, of course, had to pre-order it because it's the single greatest fighting game I've ever played. But I just kind of find it funny that it took them, like, a really long time to port it over to PC.
That'll happen.
Yeah.
Did you play Final Fantasy 15 at all?
No.
I got a
I'm
question.
not going to play fucking Final Fantasy Boy Band
I'm
Adventures.
gonna open this up, and maybe this will further into a discussion. And it's really only targeted at one person, though, because who happens to be here on this open forum. But I've always had this burning question inside me: why is the back of your hair blue?
Because I dyed it like that? I don't.
Because she's Bulma.
Like,
I don't know. I think it's.
I feel like this is
been-
directed at Heather. I don't know why.
I've had some kind of color under there for almost 2 years now, I think. I mean, it was pink at one point. I know I've done blue. This was actually supposed to be green and it's kind of faded. I don't know. Why not?
it just always was a burning question. I'm like,
Oof, we're airing the dirty laundry today,
Yeah.
boys.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Damn.
Damn.
How about my hair?
Yeah.
Well,
Your
I
choice.
I wish
I've
I
got
had
something.
I wish I had a story to tell. Yeah. Okay.
It's all right. So I'm assuming that Nick and I are the only ones who watch hockey with any kind of routine.
Yeah.
Lucas, you're like, what could hockey do to make you want to watch it?
Nothing.
Fucking go
Lucas
away.
doesn't watch sports, so why would he?
Well,
care?
he's the demographic that they need. Like, why doesn't hockey try to get
obese
people?
gamers.
Well, maybe not Lucas in particular.
I mean,
Will,
look-
do you watch hockey
I do
besides
watch hockey.
besides going to games?
Like,
I
I,
watch hockey,
do?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm an
Not
obese
on
man.
a constant basis, but I watched it. I directed hockey. I've announced hockey. Did
Ju-
you ever announce hockey? That shit's tough.
I used to sarcastically do it in gym when like we
That
used to
counts. That counts.
we used to have to like rotate because we only had one gym, so like they'd play a game like for 10 minutes, then we'd switch, and me and a buddy used to do stupid shit while the one team were
Like,
playing.
I couldn't even keep up with what was going on, and Lockport was losing 5-0.
So all right, I just wonder why
So,
the NHL
occasionally, yes.
is
to answer your
so
question.
bad compared to the NBA, MLB, and NFL.
I watch tennis. It's the only sport that I enjoy
As
watching.
regards to what?
You enjoy watching
Rater,
tennis?
ratings, like growth. Like the NHL
think
does very little to try and grow.
I don't think it's fully the NHL's fault. I think it has a lot to do with the outlets that don't provide hockey coverage.
How often
Now,
do you
when was
see
the last time you seen a highlight or a hockey highlight
On
ESPN?
Well, I
ESPN,
think
never.
that's a lot to do with what the NHL did. They made their bed and wanted to be with NBC Sports. Instead, look at the NFL. They're on ESPN,
It comes
CBS.
down to a political thing.
Why? How? What do you mean?
More or less, it comes down to a political thing, and because it's not like they just started working with NBC Sports. Over
No,
the
they've done it
4
for
or 5
years.
It's been the last 20 years. So you haven't seen anything on ESPN.
I don't know if it's been
Maybe a little
that
less
long.
than 20, but
I mean, hell,
You
they
know.
had Dota 2 and Heroes of the Storm coverage on ESPN.
The NHL is the reason the NHL, I think, does not do well. Because they can't get out of their own way. They've slowed down the game. Like, we want bigger nets. We want smaller pads. We want more goals.
What is your idea of doing well? Like the NFL?
No, similar to maybe the NBA.
Even think about Sabres games. Like, you have to have cable to watch a Sabres game. It's not just on TV. It has to be on MSG.
That's another. Like, they could. Like, NBC is just such a below average network. Like, does anyone actually watch the shows? Why don't you do a game on, like, Saturday night and before SNL?
I don't know.
Throw on hockey.
I think there's more problems with just, like, where you can watch it. Like, I think the product itself sucks.
Well, that's another thing, too. I want smaller pads. I want bigger nets. I want more penalties called. I want to see goals.
It's from my car.
Like you said,
Yeah.
it was fun. It was fun watching that 5-0 game, right? You saw 5 goals.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's just because the other team sucks so bad. But regardless,
That happens, too, in hockey.
yeah, that does happen. No, I see your point with it, and I think they've already shot themselves in the foot. Like you were saying, they can't get out of their own way, and I think that's something that isn't not like a recent trend.
No, it's not.
It's happened ever since even the lockout.
They do so little to try and grow. They just try to maintain.
But they
also,
done a good job of maintaining.
You don't need to be like the NFL, fucking, or like
Yeah,
everything
that's
is
the
like.
thing.
No, and
Yeah,
you
yeah,
won't
yeah.
get. You're never going to be the NFL because the NFL is 16 weeks versus 82 games. Like,
It's also a gigantic
16
stadium where there can be like
16 weeks
sidelines
is
and
4
stuff.
months plus playoffs, which is 5 to 6 months.
yeah,
which
but
is
I
pretty
only have
close
to
my
dedicate 4 hours to watch my team 1 week, as opposed to watching the Sabres. Like this week, they got 4 games.
Yeah, but you don't have to watch every game. Just watch the highlights. Like, I love baseball. I'll watch as many Mets games as I can, but like I'll usually watch like 2 or 3 games a week, and then you just catch up on stats. You know, like whatever.
Well, baseball is something that just amazes me how they are able to do
It's
as well
because
as they do.
people have watched baseball forever, so they just keep doing it.
Like they play almost. It's
Because-
not weird for them to play
Because
7
at one
games.
point in time, baseball was the biggest sport in America.
Well,
Baseball's
for
good.
a long time, it was the
Pretty
only
much the
professional
only
sport.
Well, I mean, there was others, but
Baseball's good. I like
I
baseball.
mean, and then they started letting minorities in, and it was getting better.
It got better, yeah. You had more talent.
Yeah, sure.
so I'm gonna piggyback off that. And this question was raised. I don't know why this popped in my head, but it was raised a couple years ago when I was taking a sports journalism class in college, and someone predicted that the NFL would not be the biggest sport come 2030.
No.
And then they had predictions of what would replace it. And I just want to see what your
Esports.
if that were to happen, what would be the
What's
sport
the
that would
sport
become
that's
the
on the
biggest
rise?
sport
I don't know if there's something that
I'm
could.
just-
By what year?
by 2030?
What's a sport that's on the rise? I don't think any.
Like UFC.
Maybe, but I don't think it's that popular enough to do it. I mean, like all the pay-per-view shit they do and stuff like that.
Yeah, but you never know.
I don't know.
Then again,
If
there's
that-
also the giant subset of people that don't enjoy watching people beat the shit out of each other.
Okay, think about what
Well, what's the difference between that and there's a whole subset of people that don't like watching the football because there's only
there's not a big
because there's only literally like 15 minutes of actual football.
yeah, but
being
like
played.
think about the Super Bowl. That's like the biggest event. Like that's literally like a holiday. Like
Oh,
people like
absolutely, yeah, don't
businesses
get me
are
wrong.
closed during the Super Bowl. You
But
know?
are people watching it just because it's
Doesn't
the Super
matter.
Bowl?
It's
It
because
doesn't
also
matter.
TV shows
I
don't
even
go up
watched the
against
Super
it.
Bowl,
Yeah.
watched the whole
Yeah,
thing.
exactly. Like
Nobody goes
I'm
up
gonna watch
against
the whole
it, so
Super
that's
Bowl
another
just
reason
because
why
it's
it
the
has.
Super Bowl.
No,
not
it
because
doesn't
they
fucking
actually
matter.
really
It
care.
doesn't matter if someone went up against it. There's nothing else to do. It's what everyone's doing. It's what everyone's going to talk about. If you miss it, you're a jackass. Lucas is a jackass.
All right.
Do I think something could
I love you.
beat
I don't know
football?
about that.
I don't know, like
Nothing will top by 2030. No way.
I don't know.
What's-
Just
what's
because
a sport
I would
that's
want to
growing?
say basketball could, but they have the same problem as NHL with just an oversaturation of games. But like a lot of people were into that NBA Finals last year.
That's because it was like okay. Think about like the MLB, the World Series last year went to a Game 7. Okay, the Cubs hadn't won in over 100 years. The Indians hadn't won in over 60 years. It went to not only a Game 7, it
Extra
went to
innings.
overtime. Okay, and do you know how many people watched that? Not very many.
That's because they
That
started.
was like the best a baseball game could ever possibly be.
That's
Not
another
very many
thing,
people
and-
watched it.
It doesn't even have to be. That's directed towards the NHL, but baseball too. When you get into the playoffs, they're strictly we got to be prime time, 8:00. No, when I was a little kid, when the Sabres were in the Cup, I don't remember anything because the games didn't start till after I was asleep.
I don't know.
Like,
I don't remember it. So I was
I-
6.
Like,
Staying
what's
up to watch an
normal
overtime
viewership
game in
for,
the-
like, a normal game.
What?
What's viewership for like a normal game?
I don't know.
for what sport?
Like a hockey game or something. Like
I don't have numbers
Like-
in front of me.
Are we talking a playoff game?
no, just like a game.
People.
Yeah,
a few-
regional action.
a
Like,
good
you're probably
amount of
like hoping maybe
I don't know. I'm not
half a
even
million
gonna
from
say
each
that.
market.
You
I'm not gonna
got
spend
you
it.
got the thousands that are at the arena, and then you got what were we talking?
I think maybe what I
was-
just said was
I was
high
just-
because like Buffalo's not that big. NHL markets aren't that big.
Well,
Do you
because
know-
like with all these viewers, it doesn't sound like it's doing badly.
But
Like,
and that
holy-
comes to Nick's point is that does it have to be big? Does it have to
Well, the
be
whole
big
point-
to survive?
If you want to make
You're
money.
still they're
Yes.
still selling
They
tickets.
always
you're
wanna
still
make
going
more
to
money.
the game. Do they have to be as big as
But
the NHL?
the
or
Sabres
NFL?
have hockey faithful. They don't sell out everywhere like in all these markets.
I mean,
So it's not like every team's got an arena full of people.
Well, I
Well,
understand
it's because
that.
we don't live
and
in
like
ours.
and like every team has its rivalries and stuff that like increase viewership for those types of games and stuff like that. Like we get those.
Well, yeah,
big
the
fucking
NHL has
shows.
tried to do stuff with that with NBC Sports Network, like Wednesday's rivalry night, but then you
Yeah.
get like Boston and Arizona, and you're like, when was this a rivalry?
Yeah. I don't know. The NHL's not going to pass the NFL. Nothing's going to pass the NFL by 2030. There's too much. The NFL, like where the NFL is right now, there's nothing going to touch that. The NFL is going backwards slightly, but like slightly. I don't know. I don't really have anything to add to this.
I don't think anything can touch the NFL.
I don't think by 2030, no, but I do think that maybe in 100 years it will not be.
Maybe another
Maybe.
sport somewhere.
Because it's just
Burns
there's
ball.
so many aspects to
Ball,
it
yes.
that
Professional gut wrestling.
at this stage, if it continues on this trend, you look at a team like the Patriots, which are, granted, as much as we hate them, they are accomplishing amazing things. But people are only going to want to watch one team dominate for so long.
That is-
before they're like, well, forget this.
That is
I'm
what
not
I've been
gonna
saying
watch
for
it.
years. The primetime schedule that the NFL throws out. There was one year I watched maybe just as many Jets games as I did Bills games, and that was because they were in primetime.
Did
Or
you watch 16
net-
Jets games?
No, but I didn't watch all the Bills games because I was working at this point. But like I don't know, it was like week 7, and I'm like, I think I've seen every Jets game and every Bills game.
And that's the other thing is that you know that these teams are always going to face these teams, and these teams are always going to face.
I
these
wish
teams
I would
because they're
love
in
for a
their conference.
realignment.
And so after 100 years or however many of this same thing over and over and over again, do you think it's ever going to evolve from that?
I think they should do what League of Legends does for their esports stuff. They do 5 weeks of normal play where they have their groups, where in this case would be like, what is it, NFC and AFC or whatever the fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And then for the next 5 weeks, because it's in 10 weeks for the different splits for each season, they cross them over. Why can't they
Well,
just have
no,
crossover for the
they're-
second half of the
They do.
season?
They do.
They have
They do.
interconference stuff.
There's 4 games of interconference play
There's a
every year.
specific way they make the
But
schedule.
what I think Will's saying is like the game changing or like the way things are changing, and like I don't know, like the way viewership is going with the NFL right now. It's
Well,
like
they're also trying to make it safer too.
that's which is a problem because it's not a safe game to play. But that's another conversation. But basically, like the viewership is like slightly declining. Like this year, it like is like one of the first years where it's like gone downwards, even though they have more primetime games than ever. So you'd think that because it's more easily accessible that people would watch it more. But that's not the case because it's oversaturated.
I agree. That's one of the things. I know one of the things that they talked about on GR is possibly like Lost Pay Manning. He was a very personable person.
Out. You're not gonna
People
lose.
loved him. And like I used to go out of my way to watch Colts and Broncos games when they were in prime time. Like I'd be more into that than watching Dallas
There's
Giants.
I guess my question is, at what point does it come that the NFL should make a change?
I think
Like,
they
what
should just
what
make
at what
rules.
point would you think that they
Well,
They
They
just
need
have
to
no
make a
refs.
necessary
They
change.
just have
I don't know,
a
does
week
anyone-
of no refs.
yeah, they need to
I'd
fix.
watch that.
I think it's coming. They're
They're going to lose viewers and they're going to do something drastic.
Yeah, the
They should
viewership's
just
down
have
for.
one game a year where it's NFL blitz rules.
There's
Just
been
run over and fucking.
so many theories
Side
thrown out there.
tackle.
Oversaturation. I know there was a small segment of people that were pissed at the Kaepernick kneeling thing. There's the officiating. Like, there's a lot of things going into this as to why. Games also being super long. You said like 15 minutes of actual football. Like, it takes 4 hours to watch an hour of football.
Yeah.
So I think it's coming. They need to speed it up. They need competent reps. It's just...
I don't know. It's a whole thing.
I bring this up because it's basically in my background. Not that I watch it, but I don't know if you've heard, NASCAR has completely changed all of their format.
Never.
Are they going to go the other way around the giant oval now?
They're not going the other way, no. But they
It's all right turns.
And while I hardly I ever watch NASCAR, to be honest, as much as I love racing, I hardly watch it because I think it's ridiculous. But that's a different topic. But they're actually, while I disagree with everything that they're changing, they've actually taken an initiative to change their sport as much as possible in order to try and draw back viewers. Like this year, when you watch a race, like the Daytona 500 is coming up in 4 weeks, and it is no longer a 200-lap race for 4.5 hours. They've actually broken down each race. There are 3 separate winners for each race, and they try and make it into shorter segments so people watching can see essentially a condensed version.
The
make it
thing
more
with
exciting.
They're
is
not
that
the only league doing stuff like that, too. Baseball's trying to speed up games because did you see how they're adding
There's
a runner? There's a pitch clock now. They're adding runners to the bases in extra innings.
Really?
They're trying it in the minor league. So you go into extra innings, you start with a runner on second. And both teams will have this opportunity. They're trying that to speed up. Like, you need to do something to, like, speed it up.
And that's another game. I think
we live in a world where
attention
span
have
is just,
definitely
oh, look,
contributed
I got
to
a text. And,
this.
yep, you're on to something else.
Yeah. I don't know.
No one wants to sit and watch a 3.5-hour game or 4-hour game anymore when the most exciting parts that they watch are in the last 20 minutes.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Like that's why I like esports as much as I do. Like there'll be days that I'll come home, whatever, I'll turn a game on, and because I only get like 18 channels on cable, so I'll watch whatever is just being broadcast, and it just goes on and on and on, and there's commercial breaks, and then it goes on and on and on, and nothing's happening, and I also don't really understand what's happening. And
What
then
sport are you watching?
fucking football or something, whatever's on.
Bowling.
Yeah, bowling.
Why is the ball hitting the pins? I don't understand.
But like,
What the pins ever do the ball? What's the story here?
When it comes to watching an esport, it's like 30 or maybe 35 minutes of super condensed, awesome fighting, 15 minutes of them talking, a 3-minute commercial break, and then immediately back into another game. Like, there's no lull.
You think it's because it doesn't have as much of a following and there's not as much advertisement revenue to be made?
Well, I mean, it has a huge following. I mean, like we were talking about the other day, it had like 360 million viewers for the Worlds.
Could be that.
Like, it's a worldwide thing, so they just got to keep it moving. And when they have 9 games a day,
I think that's more about the nature of what you're watching too, versus
I
like
think that's
football.
just different.
There's so much game planning going on. And
Football, there's just like.
well, I mean, it's the same thing. They have coaches. They have to make educated decisions.
How
Stuff
do you
like
coach
that.
esports? That's cool.
Yeah,
I'd like to get that job.
you should.
Is there a clock in esports or is
for
it?
what?
Yeah,
I mean, probably it depends on the match.
Yeah, it depends on the
Okay,
game.
because like not only in like football or hockey or basketball, like are you playing an opponent? You're playing against the clock.
Yeah.
So there's like a management thing. That's why you have timeouts. That's why they spike it. There's clock rules.
I mean, that's the same thing if like one of the biggest esports in the world right now is CS:GO, which is Counter-Strike Global Offensive. That's like a billion-year-old game, but people are playing it, and it's like right now DreamHack is going on, and the last time I looked, there were like 180,000 people watching it at like fucking 8 o'clock at night, and then that's just the English channel. Then there's the French channel and the German channel, all just rebroadcasting the same thing. So, I mean, that's not a huge viewership, but it's like you have to fight against the clock. You have to fight against the enemy team. You have to listen to what your coach is saying. You have to listen to what your captain's saying. There's a lot of like map awareness. You have to figure out what things are called and things like that. So it's not like everybody just goes in blind. Everybody throws a grenade and then it's over in 5 seconds. Like, you have 3 minutes to try and get from point A to point B, plant something, and then hold it. So, like, it's ever changing and ever moving. It's not just I mean, it's kind of the same way in like football or something like that. You have to listen to your coach, listen to your captains, make sure that you're countering the play if you're on defense.
Yeah, okay, you're saying though it's ever changing. Like it's not unrealistic in football to not move the ball on your drive, go 3 and out. Like,
yeah,
that's so boring when that happens.
It is, and that's like what do they do to change that? Like, do you take away a down? Like, are there only 3 downs now?
That's what Canadian football does. I don't really watch it, but I know they only have 3 downs. I was in Canada over the summer.
Did they also have 55-yard lines? And
I don't remember, but I remember watching it, and I was watching it with my ex-girlfriend at the time, and her friend and her boyfriend. Her friend's
Mike
boyfriend.
had a girlfriend, by the way, that he didn't introduce to any of us.
Really?
Because he knew that we'd be too ridiculous.
Yes.
I feel like that's a bigger story than whatever we're talking about.
So we were in Canada,
and
and we were watching, and it was summer, and Canadian football's on, and the guy's punting on third down.
Was that the girl that was still in high school?
She's not in high school.
Oh!
Sorry.
Was that the Canadian girlfriend?
No.
Oh, that wasn't a bird.
No, we were in Canada watching it, and the guy's punting on third down, so maybe I might speed up the game.
Yeah.
I have an important question, specifically for
Ooh.
Lucas.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
Shirt off.
What is the deal with the pastel ceramic cross behind you? Does it not seem to go with the rest of your decor?
Well, so I don't know. I got one in here and I got one above my bed.
Where'd you get it?
My mom got it for me a long time ago.
Alright.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. You're supposed to keep one on the outside to a room, and then you're supposed to keep one over your bed. It's the same thing with like if you're crazy religious, whatever, you keep one over your dinner table.
Alright.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
The more you know.
Yeah.
What are we at time-wise?
Time to wrap up, I would say.
About
Unless anybody else has
6.
anything. Anything pressing?
Heather, you got anything pressing?
Nope, just
Back
that
to
question
Jordan.
about the cross.
Back to Jordan.
Back to Jordan?
This has been the podcast. Fuck yourself.